Hi, my name is Anugrah Narukuni Matumathu, and this video is for my mobile web application development assignment. In this video, I will show the 7 Android apps I've made, explain their main features, and compare my wireframes with the final design. I'll also talk about the challenges I've faced, how I fixed the bugs, and extra features I've added to some of the apps. Lastly, I'll show parts of my backend code that were tricky to work on and explain what I learned from this project. This is the Q app, very simple app, straightforward. You click on the icons and the corresponding description, uh, the description change correspondingly, and then a clear text button would also pop up. As above and beyond for this, I've implemented a audio feature, so when you click on the icon, the corresponding audio is also played, and the color of the text and the button also changes according to the icon. For example, and the user is not allowed to click on other icons while icon is active. This is to prevent misclick and also so that this button doesn't become redundant. And only after you clear text can you click again. This is the backend code for the Qt app, and here's where I implemented the the audio feature. It creates and stores media player objects for 4 different sounds for the meow, moo, trumpet, and roll uh, in a map and used for later playback. And I call it every time an image is clicked. The corresponding audio is played. This is where I implemented the feature where the user can't click on the button on the icon if a certain icon is already active. Basically, whenever an icon is clicked, it sets the function parameters to true, and which makes the if condition true, and it sets the is clickable method of the image to false, so user can't click it. Very simple. Also, this is the wireframe for the Q app. Nothing much has changed in terms of the UI. It's pretty much the same. It's just I've added more features. This is the travel app funnel, and the user can select the travel mode, the destination. When they select the travel mode, the corresponding destination should be pop up over here. No, should be able to, we're added to the drop down. As you can see, it's changed when let's see if I click airplane, it'll change to a different place. And if the user don't want to go here and just want to select something or just clear it, they can just press clear selection. And once the user decided on the destination, they can click submit, and they'll be taken to a new page, a new activity that displays the name of the destination along with a picture of the destination and a brief description of the place. Then they can go back if they decide to change the destination and clear selection. They can go back and see another place. This is the backend for the travel app. That's the main page, and this is the travel info page. One for the tricky, it was a very simple app, but the tricky part was over here, where I encountered a bug, and the bug was basically if the user selected a destination, decide to go back, then clear selection, and click submit again. The whatever was added into the info or the intent put extra was sent to the next page. Was two there, and which let it go to the next page, and it would display what was before that. So it was simple. Just set this to no, and I do that when I click on the clear selection button. I set this to now. So now since is no, I also have a if condition here. So if null is if travel info intent is not now, I'll start the activity. Otherwise, it will throw an error. Um, and if it is now, I will have this toast message pop up that says please select the destination. Like this. This is the wireframe for the travel app. Very simple. Nothing much has changed except that this was initially planned as a single page app. So this is the bottom part of this app, this page, and so but in my efforts to go above and beyond, I made the destination, description and image into a separate page. So the UI is pretty much similar except for the fact that there is a new page which has a back button. That's it. So this is the piece ordering app. The users can select the ingredients that they want, and if they don't want, they can just individually click on these or just press clear order, and you can order a base pizza, or if you want, you can add ingredients and order the pizza. You'll be taken to a new page where it says order has been placed and the price and the ingredients. And if they decide they want to order again, they can click order again, and it will just bring them back to this page. This is the backend for the code. Here, one of the challenging things was I came across a bug that would make it so that when I uncheck all of these, after I check all of them, or if I clear all of them, it would still be here, the images, and when I add in more, it will just overlap or just interfere with it. It was a very simple fix. It took me a while, but it was a very simple fix. I just had to add remove or view method to it. I went looking around in the documentation. It's just pretty easy. Just do this and just look around and you can find it. And I found this. What it does is it removes all the child views from the container, and I added to the top of the update ingredient image function, and I call the function in the handle ingredient selection part. So when the user checks and unchecks, it actually removes every time this function is called. It first removes all the image views for the ingredients and then puts it in again. So there is no leftovers. This is the wireframe for the pizza ordering app. Nothing much has changed, pretty much the same, except that there is a new page. Instead of having a toast message that says the order has been placed, now there's a new page that comes up that shows the price and the ingredients. And also that was my above and beyond. Instead of changing the pizza on top, as was mentioned, and one of the examples for the above and beyond, I could not find the corresponding images for that, and it was just too tasking to do to find all of that and the perfect combination. So I did not do that, and putting images of the ingredients around it was redundant as there is one already here. So that's pretty much it. Other than that, it's pretty much the same as the wireframe. This is the catalog app. Very simple. There's a image of the animal and a brief description of the animal. Users can click next or previous to go back and forth, or if they would like, they can swipe at the bottom bar here, and they can also click on the animals individually. And as an above and beyond feature, I have implemented a fade in and fade out animation, a very simple animation. So when they go between the items. That's it. And this is where I implemented the animations in the code. This is the wireframe for the app. It's pretty much the same. There's been no changes to it. That's it. This is the register and login app. The users can enter their login credentials. If it's empty, it will show an error message, and if the login credentials are wrong, it would show error message. And the users can just to register, they can click on the link. Here they can enter their name, whatever, here, and if they decide okay they don't want to, they can just click submit. It will say, oh, it will throw an error, and they want to clear everything out, they can press clear form. And let's create an account. Here, as you can see, the password is not matching. You can visually validate it, or if you click on register, it'll say, oh, passwords do not match. Here, I'll just add this and then register. It should take me to the new page. And there you go, or the welcome page. And it brought in the name from the previous the register page, and it says gender as well, and the age is being calculated and sent through. Users can log out, and you can test the login here again. Log in, and there you go. Now you can log out. This I'm using Firebase for the authentication and the database for user storage. And here you go, the newly added info is right here: the name, gender, name, and year. And the authentication is been updated over here, the identifier, the email, and when it's created, when it was signed in, and the user ID. Obviously the password is not shown here, it's encrypted, and so that's one of the reasons why I chose Firebase for the authentication. It's more it's up to this industry standards, and also it's more secure and privacy for the user. And it also lets me do cool stuff like reset password, disable account, delete account, and if you want, you can delete the member from here as well. This is the backend for the register activity. I came across, I had a big bug where if I leave some field out and click register, it would just crash the app. Turns out I forgot to add the add-on failure listener. I added that and that fixed it. And but there was another error where even though the passwords are now matching, it would still create the account for some reason. It was just I forgot to add a return. That's it. It fixed it. It was fixed after that, and that's it. This is the wireframe for the app. That's the first one's the login page, then the register, then the welcome page. It's the exact same, hasn't changed. Um, in the UI, there's pretty much the same. So this is the phone contacts app. When you launch the app for the first time, it will check if you have permission. The app has permission to access the contacts, and if it doesn't, it will pop up this dialog box and um, asking you for permission. You click allow. As you can see, I have already added some um, contacts here. And if you would like to sort through them, you can just search for particular names, let's say James or J.O., John, Joseph. And if I click on one of the contacts, it will take me to the phone's its own call app, and you can directly call the number from there. This is the backend for the thing, for the app. So there was a bug I came across. So while I was trying to add the when I was trying to fetch the email address from the contacts and add it to a variable, I tried doing the same way I did for the mobile number, but it just returned a mobile number instead of the email, even though it said email, but it didn't work. I went looking around, found a random thread in Stack Overflow. They linked me to the uh, Android documentation, and in there I came across the contacts contract. and they had the solution to a similar issue, and I modified that to get this, and this way I can get the email from the phone's contact details. This is the wireframe for the contacts app. Everything is pretty much the same except for the feature I was planning on implementing, which is the above and beyond for this. Um, it was just the user can add more contacts. You just click the button on the top. So there should be like a plus icon over here, the bottom right, and the user can click it to add contacts, and that contact will be added to the system memory. Um, that was a bit more advanced than I thought, and I couldn't actually implement that. But as a roundabout way, and also I didn't have time. But in the roundabout way, I still it still is a functional app, and you just see, and most people create contacts on their phone anyways. And this can easily, as soon as you create a contact here, it can easily it automatically be imported to the app, and it works as just as it would in the other way around. And that's it. So this is the library book reservation app. As you can see, there are a lot of books here. Um, the user can click on the reserve button if they want to reserve a book. They click on this, and they can select the date range in the calendar pop up, or if they want, they can manually type in the dates. And you click save, it'll show the dialog box for the reservation. You can choose to stay or go to the checkout page. If you choose to stay, you can select more books, and or if you want to go to checkout, you can go back here. But if you decide, oh, wait, I want to go back, they can just click the back button and then remove something and click over here. Click on the icon here, and I'll take you to the reservation summary page. From here, they once it's decided what they want to, what books they want to reserve, they can just close the app. This is the backend for the library reservation app. Um, Here I came across a error where when I'm trying to save the dates for the reservation, it would throw an error due to mismatched types. As you can see, the books in author are in string, the dates are in long. Um, to fix this, I tried looking online. I couldn't find, or the ones I found were too complicated. So I asked ChatGPT, and it gave me something. It gave me an example using Buzzable, and I modified it to suit my situation here, and I added to the modified to work with the start date and end date, and add all of this, um, and that fixed the issue. And as above and beyond thing, I decided not to use a JSON web service, and instead went for the Cloud Firestore database, as I feel like it's the industry standard, and also is much better developer friendly. Plus, um, it's real time where I can just add it over here and immediately will update on the app, and it's very easy to make changes. Initially, I went for the real time database. This gave me a law error and it would not run. So I went back into the Firestore database, and I started running smoothly. And here is the wireframe for the apps, for the app. The first one's the home page, and the calendar pop up, the reservation dialog box, uh, and the reservation summary page. The app, the final product, has stayed pretty faithful to the wireframe, except for maybe the shopping cart icon. I moved it to the bottom here. Felt like it was a better position than over here. And yeah, it's pretty much the same otherwise. To wrap up, this assignment has been a great learning experience. Developing these 7 apps taught me a lot about planning, designing, and coding. I faced some challenges like adding advanced features or fixing bugs, but working through them has helped me a lot to improve my skills. I'm proud of the extra features I've added, like, for example, the Firebase integration, which made the apps more engaging. But there are still some areas where I can improve, like time management and advanced coding techniques. But this project has given me a strong foundation to build on and has also motivated me to continue working on such projects. Thank you.